Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Welsknight's Realm, and here we are, surveying our realms, fish in hand. Something's different. Do you know what it is? Have you noticed yet? We'll see if you can figure it out before it becomes exceedingly obvious, which will be soon, I'm sure. You may be looking around, and something, you just can't quite put your finger on it, but you're just, what is it exactly? Something, I don't know if I like that. Anyway, I've decided, let's start here. So, as some of you know, one of the other YouTubers that I watch very regularly and draw a lot of inspiration from is Bdubs. And he's been doing a thing in his Building with Bdubs series where he's been working on a texture pack for quite a while now, actually, for at least a few months. And he recently released the most recent version of the texture pack, and I thought it would be kind of fun to load it up and see how our world looks with his texture pack enabled. This is not going to be a permanent thing. I'm not. This world was not built with a texture pack in mind. So there's some things that are a little weird when we put the texture pack in place, just because the world wasn't meant for it. Like, for example, when we go to the Hall of Patrons, you can see when we look at some of the stained glass, some of the stained glass has this kind of medieval texture, some of it doesn't, which is a little weird. But it's little things like that. But I thought it would still be kind of fun to just kind of look around the world a little bit with the texture pack on and, see how it looks. Because this texture pack is meant to still have a very, very vanilla feel to it. Nothing's supposed to feel out of place if you do exactly what I'm doing right now, and that's load up a world that was built in vanilla in his texture pack. So I figured we'd give it a try. Before we get into that, though, I do have a couple new people to add to the Hall of Patrons, which is always a welcome thing. I do have 2 signs here. There we go. And I've already got the armor stands in place. The first is Ben Burton, and the second is Scott Edwards. So Ben and Scott, thank you so much for the support. I do appreciate it. It's very, very helpful. I have some news that I might share with you as well, maybe. I haven't, it's not necessarily news so much as it is an I hope to sort of thing. Not really a whole lot going on up here. Anyway, let's kind of look around the rustic village a little bit. The Hall of Patrons definitely, I think, looks better in this texture pack, just because of the variation here in the wood. I think that really makes a nice a difference. And I will actually say that I'm working a little bit on a texture pack of my own, and that's part of the reason that I downloaded this, was there's certain things about this texture pack that I really like this very slight, subtle variation in the tones of the wood. I like the fact that the chests have changed color, although I would make trap chests and regular chests pretty much identical, just because then you can stack them next to each other and it works. I think one is made like spruce and one is made like oak. There's little things like that. But overall, I think there are some really cool things about this texture pack that I really like. The windows, for example, these medieval type windows, I really like those because, let's be honest, most of what I build is kind of medieval-esque in style. So, do we have anything in here? Ooh, we do. Hello, stuff. Let's put you where you belong. See what I mean? Here we got spruce, oak, which is a little funky. It's just, I don't know that I dislike it per se, but it's a little, it takes some getting used to, I guess. We'll put it that way. Okay, so let's grab this stuff. I should, nah, I don't need to take it with me. It's fine. Well, no, I'll leave it. It's fine. Ooh, how does this really ugly building look? I've got this kind of redstone building over here that, yep, still looks terrible. Even the Bdubs texture pack can't fix just how horrendous this building looks. I really need to destroy that at some point. But this looks gorgeous. This looks absolutely beautiful. This darker cobble texture, that's actually andesite in this pack, and it doesn't look out of place. It still looks pretty good. I think I like it. I think I like it overall. This tunnel looks really nice with the little texture variants and stuff. What else do we have? We got the vines. I don't think he did anything to the vines. I want to head over this way to the skeleton farm. Some of you who are newer may have never actually seen the skeleton farm, but I've got a skeleton farm over this way. And I'm actually kind of in need of some bones back in the desert area to grow trees and things. So I figured we'd head over here. This is a little simple bridge that I built a long time ago. The cobble and the dark oak really clash more than in vanilla, though. I will say that. There's a lot more contrast there, I think. At least that's how it feels. I'm not sure. This is all the same textures. There's little subtle things with the dirt, the little stones. This is diorite in its natural state, which is a little weird when you're caving to see that kind of cobblestoney texture, but that's okay. As I said, ooh, this looks lovely. This looks really nice. This is sandstone right here. And I think that's white stained glass. Now, do I have bones? I do. Bones. Hi. Come to me. Yes, I will take... I will leave some bones here. We will leave some bones. Okay. So, I got those. I'm going to go ahead and head... I suppose to the Enderman farm, because if you look at my pick is badly in need of repair. So I think I'm going to head to the Enderman farm, and I'll come back to you in just a minute. Alright guys, I am back, and this is the Enderman farm. Not the prettiest thing to look at, because the Enderman farm was never really meant to be a pretty build, but I really like the water. The way the water flows in this texture pack, that's gorgeous. But anyway, I have a lot of Enderman killing to do, and it's going to take a while, so I'm going to get on that, and I'll come back to you in a little bit. Alright guys, I am back, and I think I just learned something new. Look at the rate that my silky pick is replenishing right now. It looks like it's going at a rate of approximately 10 durability per second. Now when I put all my armor back on that also has mending, let's check and see just how fast it recovers. Noticeably slower, check that out. So I think whether or not you're holding or wearing other mending stuff actually affects how quickly your stuff repairs, and I did not know that. That's pretty awesome. That means I can repair stuff way, way faster, because my armor, and it doesn't matter if that other stuff has full durability, because my armor was full. Oh, hey, hold the pick. Do the thing. There we go. So that's actually really interesting. That means I can repair stuff much, much, much faster than I previously thought I could, because I never took off my armor when I was doing the mending thing. So that's really useful. That's really good to know. That means this shovel here should be done in just a matter of minutes, or seconds even. Beautiful. Okay, so there's that. I've got a bunch of ender pearls and stuff, but I think it's time to head to the desert village. So I'm gonna head off that way, guys, and I'll come back to you in just a little bit. Alright guys, I am back, and I will say our nether tunnel also looks very, very different than it did before. I think it looks better. I really like the black, although I would find a way to add more color into this now that the nether brick is not so clashy. I'd probably work some red in. Maybe like right here we could work in some sort of... Anyway, I'm not doing that right now. just the thoughts crossing my mind. But let's take a look. This is what I'm really excited about. This is the desert village, and there are a lot of changes to sandstone and deserty textures in this pack because, if I remember correctly, he started working on this texture pack right around the time he began working on a desert village. And I will say that I started my desert village first. I'm just saying. He copied me. No, not really. But I did start mine first by a little bit, by a couple of weeks, just by random coincidence. So I want to kind of take a look around and see if it looks very different. And it doesn't really seem to. I mean, certainly there's some differences here with the textures. You know, some of the I mean, this is all sandstone. This whole thing is just regular plain old sandstone. So we still have some nice texture variation, and it seems to be very random, which is not a bad thing. I'm sure it's done with some sort of block metadata or something like that. I don't know all the details of it. That looks nice, though. With the signs, he must have tweaked signs a little bit, changed the color. I think they're more oak colored. This looks pretty good. Did we have any chiseled in here anywhere? I don't think we did in the starting of the marketplace. I think there was some chiseled somewhere. Somewhere we used it, I thought. Maybe it was down in here, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, chiseled right here. The little creeper face on it. Docks are looking good. This tower looks pretty good. The fish farm looks like a fish farm, although we do have that basement in the fish farm. We should go check that out. That could be pretty cool looking. Let's just see. Ooh, this does look nice. The alternating chest textures throws me off a little bit. But other than that, this looks really good. And this is birch. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. What about the area across the ocean? If we take the rope bridge over that way. We've got this kind of gatehouse here that blocks it off, and I'm not really happy with the way the walls look on that. I gotta do something with that, but I'm not really sure what else I would do. They just kind of cover the island right now. But we'll figure something out there. Let's see. Just out of curiosity, what is this going to look like? This looks good from over here. Let's take a look. Shut, door. There we go. That tower looks pretty good. Oh, I made some changes to the tavern. There used to be this big oak log line in the middle of it, and it looked really bad. And I just removed it altogether and replaced it with the stone. And I think it looks better. I'm still not really happy with it. It's still got a lot of work and detail that needs to be added to it, because right now it's pretty meh. Kind of boring, but it's still a work in progress, so that's okay. This tower looks pretty good, though. The trapdoors really don't stand out at all compared with the spruce, which is not a bad thing, necessarily. It's just little extra details. Oh, I stuck. Oh, come on. Will you stop falling in the thing? Here we go. And then we got this little area up here. Okay. Okay. This looks good. This looks good. As I said, this is only temporary. I'll be removing this. Oh, and that's right, I forgot he got rid of the red bands in the hay bales, which always look so out of place. All in all, though, this looks pretty fantastic, if you ask me. I think it's beautiful. I think it's very beautiful. I did some work in here as well. I added a little stairwell here. I don't think it's going to ultimately be dark oak. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And we'll find some way to support this so it doesn't look like it's floating in midair. But it's just going to lead to kind of an upper area up here. And I'm kind of thinking we'll have like a little bedroom here and a little bedroom here. Since it is a tavern, an inn, after all, it needs to have some bedrooms. So I'm thinking down here will be kind of like the restaurant slash, bar area of the tavern. And then upstairs will be a room over here, maybe a less expensive room since this is smaller, and then a bigger room here since this is, bigger, more expensive, etc. And then we've got our beautiful little deck with a scenic overlook. You can see the desert village in the distance over there. Yeah, man, this is absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't look bad at all. I like it. I like it quite a lot. But I think that it was a nice change of pace. I don't think, though, that I'm going to continue using this texture pack because, as I said, this world was not designed with a texture pack in mind. I just thought it would be kind of a fun little change of pace. And, a real simple little I don't know, kind of a different episode. Something to kind of take a little bit of a break from the building for a little while, for a single episode, and, you know, kind of refresh and talk and just try out something new. So I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Oh, by the way, and I will link his video in the description where he released the texture pack. I think he has a link in the texture pack of, he has a link in the texture pack. No, he has a link in the description of his video that has a link to the texture pack. So I will link his video, which links to the texture pack, in the description, if I remember. If I don't remember, please remind me, because I forget things sometimes. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.